write a letter to the women from my heart. I am writing as I'm singing. I am seeing God's creation in the women for all men.
We welcome you to Akwa Ibom, the land of uncommon transformation. Welcome to Nigeria.
My mama breast I suck when cold and fever I had not. Wisdom plenty, I know fit succeed. My sister, auntie, honey, cousin, darling, all my baby. To God be the glory. He loved me so truly, for not taking man only. You are beautiful. You are wonderful.
African Women of War.
It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to this historic occasion. It is indeed historic because this is the first time women all over Africa are converging in Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, the land of my birth. It is one thing to have a dream, it's another thing to see it come to pass. I therefore stand here to give glory to God, who has made this possible, and also to thank you all who, in spite of your busy schedules, have found time to come out here so we can put our heads together and forge a path for the empowerment and emancipation of African women. This year's conference will be rewarding as we have made it more interactive, segmented, so like minds will meet and discuss issues in the area of specialties. This will enable us to come out with strategic and conducive stand on issues affecting women all over Africa. As we normally say in Akwa Ibom State, Emerio.
As the bearers of the next generation, the future of the African continent rests directly on the shoulders of African women. This is a task women across Africa have borne over the centuries with dignity and pride. I therefore greatly commend the African Women in Leadership Organization for the vision and objective of this conference. I urge Nigerian and African women to always take the bull by the horns and take their destiny into their hands.
The African woman of war must be ambitious and forward-looking. We must not be satisfied with the status quo, but also she must have time to mentor the younger generation. There has to be a process of handing over the baton.
It is my pleasure to heartily welcome African women to this epoch-making conference, a conference that will set the tone for the emancipation of women within the shores of our continent. Let me specifically welcome you to Akwa Ibom State, the land of rebirth and the Gilgal of our nation, which has now transmitted to be the Gilgal of Africa. This year's conference with the theme African Women of Worth reminds us of our inherent potentials, strength and ability to better this great continent. It reminds us of our roles and the part we have to play toward the progress of Africa.
Blessed are you amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb. Let me say it's a rare privilege to receive all of you. My wife had already given me a title that I'm the most female-friendly governor in Nigeria. I don't know why she chose to call me the most female-friendly governor in Nigeria. Probably because in Nigeria, women are struggling in various spheres. At the local government level, at the state level, and at the federal level, women are struggling to attain 35%. But in Akwa Ibom State, His Excellency, our governor, Governor Godswill Akpabio, has already given women 51%. 51%. African women must have aspirations. You must aspire to get somewhere. So I want to encourage women, please, wherever you are, know that you are representing the entire women folk, and then do your best. Senator, even in the legislature, in your country, in Liberia, other women are looking up to you. My 4 daughters are looking up to you. For the Chief Judge, she's already doing a great job, and the head of civil service, I'm always proud to associate with women. I loved my mother when she was alive. That is why I have a special place for women in my heart. She was a great woman. What I am today is because of what my mother put into me. And I want you to know that we are all very proud of you. I congratulate all of you.
He has indeed transformed Akwa Ibom State and made it a destination and a place where you want to be at. Thank you.
My dear African women of worth, I welcome you all to Akwa Ibom State. I hereby, on behalf of the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Chief Dr. Godswill Oborokpabio, CON, I declare this conference open.
African Women of Worth.
A paper presentation by Mrs. Biola Alabi. Biola Alabi is a Nigerian by nationality, being named a Young Global Leader by the World Economic Forum, and was recently named one of the 20 youngest power women in Africa by Forbes. It's a good place to clap.
Good afternoon, sisters and mothers. I think this type of conference is an amazing opportunity to share our experiences, but really to share where we need to go and what is next. And I think by seeing the highlight of what happened last year, you're able to see that there is an agenda, hopefully, that will come from this conference, and I'm just very excited to be contributing to that. We have all gone through our own struggles and our own challenges. We've all had to prove ourselves at work, at school, at home. We've all had to break our own personal glass ceiling. What we must also do is always take other women with us. And that is why I was so excited when they were telling the story about how Her Excellency from Adamawa State came and comes to this conference with many, many women every year. And it's not important just for one of us to be great, it's important for all of us to be great and for all of us to take other people along with us. And there's a quote that I'm going to share with you from Madam Albright, who says, "There's a special place in hell for women that don't help other women succeed." And I think, I think every time women hear that, they go, oh, wow, okay. What do I have to do to help other women succeed? I think it's important for women as leaders to serve as role models, to serve as strong women, to emulate and aspire to be women of strength. But in our days, we have some of these women, but not enough. We mustn't be stopped by an invisible barrier. We must educate against gender violence. It is not okay to ask our daughters and sisters to stay in abusive situations. It's still not okay that in today's world, women are limited, or women are being treated the way we're treated. It is important that we must fight for representation at the table, in government, in civic society, in corporations. We need to make sure our voices are heard. You are women of worth. You must bring up women of worth, and you must bring women of worth along with you. And most importantly, we must never give in. Thank you.
I recommend that most young ladies should emulate Mrs. Alabi, and perhaps she should offer to mentor them. I must say that your humility is really, it's touching. And please keep it up.
And this is a brief overview of our speaker even as she comes forward. She was the former First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, a graduate of economics from the University of Liberia, master's degree in banking from the American Institute of Banking, Cottington University. She also has a master's degree in business administration and law from Louis Arthur Green School of Law. Please help me make welcome Senator Jewel Howard Taylor.
Distinguished Excellencies, conference delegates, the media, ladies and gentlemen.
My mother told me when I was very young, and it rang in my mind during these difficult periods, that if you try and don't succeed, try, and try again.
I had won my seat, but I found myself in a male-dominated Senate, 4 women and 26 men. Male dominance. Of course, every time I raised my hand to make a point or to bring on board a new idea, they would say, oh, just shut up. What do you have to say? You were first lady for 6 years. What did you do? Normally, any woman would have folded in her shoes and said, well, I'm just going to quit. But I got up every time, and I made more noise until they listened. And so they decided they would let me get my piece in every once in a while. Today I say to all of you here under the sound of my voice, that if you believe in your dreams and you're willing to make the sacrifices to make it a reality, you can achieve whatever you set your heart upon. So do not shy away from the challenges you will face. Only believe in yourself and continue the forward march. For indeed, if we put our hands and our hearts together as women, if we pull those up who are less stronger than we are, if we create an enabling environment that women can be nurtured and be encouraged, indeed, we can change the world. Thank you.
Mrs. Taylor has raised a number of questions, fears, challenges, and strategies for women for the way forward. For politicians in general, she was talking about, but by extension, as she started, we are all politicians. So it actually affects all women leaders, and that is the issue we are celebrating today. So we'd like to see the way forward with contributions from all of you.
It is good to be good. That is all I took from your message. And I just want to tell everyone that if you do good, people will see it. If you do bad, people will see it. The only reason she was able to come back and be voted into that position is because somebody saw the value in her, the honesty in her, and they were able to distinguish between the things that were said about her and her husband negatively and the person she truly is. Because life throws us so many challenges. We might be high up there today. We do not know where we'll be tomorrow. It is important not to forget who you are and to be good at every time and every place you find yourself.
Thank you very much. There are a lot of women that can be mentors, but they are not honest to the younger people. For the first time, I heard a woman say it's difficult to hold on to your career and hold on to your family. Every time women say it's easy, you know, and for the first time I'm seeing someone here say it is difficult. As a young businesswoman, that was the most difficult challenge for me, you know, so at some point I just couldn't balance it and I had to choose between moving forward with my career and bringing up children. You know, children are different. There are some that are easier to handle and some are quite difficult. So thank you so much for that.
Madam, you are a great mentor for a lot of people. A mentor in the art of not giving up, not allowing yourself. You were hearing a voice, you did not know what that voice was about, but the voice was propelling you. And I'll tell you something, one of the ladies said, we should all band together. You have supporters here. When you are ready, just let us know. We will come down there. And those of us who can mobilize, we are not Liberians, we will get them all together.
Lord has a plan for you, ladies, just in case you never knew that you were pretty. He told me, and I should tell you, that he made the moon, the sun,